Hey, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this little video with some specific things that you guys can do in-house to help you bring in more business by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business profile. I saw you were doing some advertising in Greensboro, or the Greensboro area, so I did a search on plumber in Greensboro, North Carolina, and these are the search results that come up. There's three sections to the search results page. And you really want to try to get in as many of these sections as possible to have the most real estate on this page, or at least more real estate than your competitors do, as that will increase the likelihood that you'll get the most clicks on this particular search. So there are, like I said, three sections. The first is advertising. So unless you're paying Google for advertising, you wouldn't be in this section. The second section here does not require you to do any advertising. This section here lists 3 or 4 businesses, the ones with the strongest Google Business profile. Now, to increase the strength of your Google Business profile, there's a few things you can do. The first is optimize your profile with Google by completely filling out the information that they require, such as your business name, address, phone number, your hours of operation, a description of your business, the services that you provide. They like to see customer reviews, and they like to see you responding to customer reviews. They also like to see your profile have new photos updated to it periodically. So that's the first thing you do is optimize the profile. And then the second thing that you can do is you want to be in have your business listed in more online directories than these competitors, and you want to kind of beat them by about 100 or so directories. So there's thousands of directories that you could list your business with, and many of them are free. But just to name a couple of the ones that are out there, obviously Angie's.com, Yelp.com, HomeAdvisor.com, Nextdoor, the BBB. But like I said, there's thousands of them, and many of them are free. It just takes time to go and enter all your business information onto those websites. That is something that we could help you with if that is something that you wanted to do, if you wanted to get into this section. There's probably 30 to 40% of the clicks come from this section. And then the last section is what's known as the organic listing. And sometimes you see at the top, if the business websites aren't that strong, you'll see those online directories kind of outrank everybody. But once you get past them, you start to see actual business websites here. And so Go Green Plumbing is the #1 plumbing website in the Greensboro area. And you can rank in this area based on 2 factors, the quality of your content and the quality of your backlinks. So we're going to talk about both of those things here next. So let's talk about content. So looking at your site, I noticed that you do have some good content on here and some pictures, which is great. I do want to point out that with Google, they are looking for about 1,500 to 2,000 words on your home page in order for them to kind of view you as an authoritative site or an expert in your niche. So you are a little shy of that. I think you have about 1,000 words. Your competitor, as I said, was Go Green Plumbing, was the #1 ranked site, and they actually have, although it doesn't look like it on their homepage, they must have a lot embedded in pictures and everything. They do have a lot of tabs up here, so that's probably accounting for a lot of it as well. They have roughly 1,500, so they do have more content than you, and so to be looked at as more of an expert or as authoritative as their site, you would want to increase the amount of content that you have. The other thing I wanted to point out about content is that you want your content to be rich in keywords, and specifically local buyer intent keywords. These are the phrases that are most frequently typed into by the searcher, and the phrases that you want your business to be found for. So most of the time, if somebody was looking for a plumber in Greensboro, North Carolina, they would do a search for Plumber Greensboro or Plumber Greensboro NC or Greensboro NC Plumber or something like that. And as you can see here, so I use this site called Ahrefs to analyze the back-end analytics of websites. So ProPlumbingServe.com is your website, currently ranking for 1,200 keywords. But when I look down at the highest ranking keywords that you have, most of them include your business name in it. And so unless somebody specifically wanted to Google you or your business, that's not going to, you would come up in that scenario. But if they were just looking generically for a plumber in Greensboro, you're not ranking for those what's called, again, buyer intent, local buyer intent keywords, where it references both the area that you are servicing as well as the service that you're providing. So I can see here is actually a buyer intent keyword, local buyer intent keyword right here. So you wanted to be found in Lexington, North Carolina for plumbers. And so you are being found there, and you can see here, this is the position that you rank in. So you are ranking 12th for that particular search. So that is page 2 of Google. And you can see there's 350 searches per month. So you really want to get onto page 1 for that one, because it's a good number of searches. So if you were wanting to expand in Lexington, that is. When I looked at your competitor site, this is GoGreenPlum.com. They're ranking for 1,100 keywords, and you can see that they are very local buyer intent, where they're referencing the service and the area, the service in the area, service in the area. And if you look, there's obviously a ton of searches being made for plumbers in the Greensboro area, and all the different variations for how they might search for it. And you can see here, Go Green Plumbing is ranking in the top 5 for all of them. So that is an area that you also could, if you were looking to beef up your content or improve your content to be found more by Google for these local buyer intent keywords, that is something you could build into it. I did look and notice that since you are servicing the the Lexington area as well, I noticed that you were in the 9th position in the organic listing for plumbing in Lexington. You were not in that first or that second area of this search results page, the Google Map Pack for Lexington either. So I would suggest going out, and if you don't have the profile already, fill out the profile completely, or make sure it is, and then also go out and get yourself listed in many online directories as possible. So then the last thing I wanted to mention again for the organic listings is the backlinks. And so I do see you have a good number of backlinks here from 96 referring domains. Just to define it, backlinks are just links from another website over to yours that act as an endorsement of your site by that other site. And that helps Google to recognize that your site is a relevant site. It's an important site in the niche. The more backlinks you have, the more it views it as a trusted site and a site that people go to for, whatever the keyword phrase is that you're being searched for. So I compared that to your competitor, Go Green Plum, and they do have more backlinks and from more referring domains than yours does. But looks like you're on the right track there. I would just continue to add backlinks. You can actually look at what backlinks these guys are providing or are using, and go and just replicate them. So that is something that you could do. And hopefully, I think that covers everything. So as you can see, Go Green Plumbing is in the advertising section. They're in the Google Map Pack right here, and they are also the #1 site down here. So by implementing those strategies that I mentioned, you could also be #1 in Greensboro, and you could do the same thing in Lexington. Hopefully this helps. If you need any assistance, I'll leave my information in the email. Otherwise, feel free to take the strategies and use them yourself. Have a great day. Bye.